Captain BJ Silvia, flipping out charters. It's my 19th season this year. This boat's about 17 years I've been fishing it and beating it up. What I try to tell my customers is like, when I got an older boat like this, you better have the best gear on the market with all my fishing rods are top-notch stuff. All my electronics are top-notch. My battery's top-notch. My trolling motor's top-notch. So at least all my gear is top-notch on this boat.
Hey, it looks like you have tog setups. Can you give us a little rundown on how that goes?
Yeah, I got all my tog setups here. These are the new Shogun rods by Jigging World. We go with our medium heavy rods. Sometimes we want that little medium to get that little sensitivity, and then sometimes you want that medium heavy, the heavy rod to get those fish out of the shipwrecks. I've been sponsored by Humminbird now for probably about 10, 11 years, nationally sponsored by them, and the solid state batteries. Awesome thing that's really happened to me because I don't sweat anymore. I used to sweat making it through the day. I was like, how am I gonna make it through the day? I'd actually go on anchor half the day just to make sure I had enough battery life. Now I just, all day long on the trolling motor, forget to charge it the next day. I still got plenty of battery life for the next day. So yeah, so it's pretty awesome.
How big's your motor?
It's a 36 volt, 87 inch.
And you're running a 120 amp hour battery, and you're going two charters.
Yeah, absolutely. I've done more than two. If you want to come inside quick, you can check out how I monitor my batteries all the time. And this helps me in my course of the day, because sometimes, depending on my battery life, whatever, sometimes I might have to hide from the wind, but I know right there my battery's putting out 42 volts. I'm at 99%. It's so funny, in the salt water, we have to worry about tide and wind all the time. A lot of the freshwater guys either have to worry about rivers or they worry about being in a pond with wind, but they don't have two things against them all the time. We get a full moon with the wind's blowing close to 30. We need a trolling motor that can really hold up, and we need a battery that can really withstand what we're doing. If you don't have the best battery, you're not gonna fish. You're not gonna be fishing for long. And I fished all day.
BJ, so it's fair to say that you are using this equipment in the most aggressive ways possible. Found the limits of the battery?
I'll tell you right now, I do a lot of tubing worming in the summertime. I turn the big motor off. I go on the trolling motor in the battery. It's cheaper. I'm stealth. I'm more quiet than on the big motor. It just allows me to sneak up on the fish. I think people think I get lucky every day catching big fish, but there's a rhyme or reason, and some of it's being stealth, and that's where the trolling motor and the battery comes in handy. Guys, this is my solid state battery that I'm running right here. It's a 36 volt, 120 amp hour, super light. I got a quick connect on it to my battery charger, and I don't know if you can see over here, but this is my charger right here. It's charging right now. You can hear it running. All I do is I plug that in at nighttime. I come back to the boat in the morning. It's fully charged, and that's after running all day on it. It's not a complicated system. The charge is small, the battery's small, the battery's light. Years ago, this used to be 300-pound batteries, so 300 pounds of batteries sitting up here. And I got rid of that to what, 42 pounds. So I got rid of almost 250 pounds, which my guys bring a lot of gear, so that 250 pounds is a big difference. This is the battery Kurt and Tom gave me 5 years ago to test out for them. Nobody really knew. I mean, we tested everything. They just didn't put this battery on the market and say, here you go, buy it. They gave it to me, we tested it, and this is the original battery that we're gonna have to hang up in the shop there pretty soon, and I still use that battery every day. So I keep it just for a backup, just in case I forget to plug something in, but let's come up here and we'll show you the trolling motor. The Minnkota right there, 36 volt, 87 inch. It self-deploys, so I don't have to come up on the bow. Before I leave the dock, I turn it on, and that's it. Never go up on the bow for the rest of the day, which is a lot safer, just not dealing with it. It's so nice.
So you're going out there, you're pulling up to the spot, you find your wreck or your rock or whatever you want to be on, and hit the button, the motor deploys.
And it totally changed hog fishing, because, actually any fishing, but it takes me no effort to go find a new spot or go change a spot. Or matter of fact, my client yesterday, I found a new spot. We went over to it. It looked awesome, dropped on it. We didn't catch anything on it, but it didn't cost me any time. We fished it for 10, 15 minutes. Fluke fishing, for example. I had a charter a couple years ago, and we had a 2-boat charter. My other buddies, his bracket broke. He didn't have his trolling motor on that day. That was the difference between 20 Fluke. I had 24 Fluke, he had 4 Fluke, because I was going this way, he was going this way. And that was all because of the trolling motor and the battery.
So it's safe to say that having the reliability and the power to go multiple days on that battery has changed the way you're fishing.
Yeah, and absolutely. And once guys realize how they can fish with it, I mean, I just don't use it for tog. I use it for fluke. I use it for stripers. I use it for everything I do, just about cod fishing. You can stay more vertical, so it's a lot more fun. I know a lot of the freshwater guys, a friend of mine, Dan Hilliard, he's a guide up in Maine. They're using these trolling motors more for vertical jigging lake trout now. And the guys are having more fun because they're using a little bit lighter rods. They're staying vertical and just having a lot more fun than trolling for these fish. So.
And you don't have to break your back picking up an anchor.
No, I was never satisfied. One of those guys that I would anchor the boat 7 times till I got to where I wanted it to be. And I was very particular about how I wanted the anchor. And as soon as you got it right, you start fishing, you start nailing them, and then the wind or the tide changes, and then just swings you off the boat, and that's it. That was the end of the tog. You have to probably anchor 7 times again. So
now all you do is hit a couple buttons.
You hit a button and that's it. And sometimes we get a big tog and we want to release it, and it floats off the spot. We see it. It didn't go down. It swam. It floated up. I get off the trolling motor. I go get them with the trolling motor. Go get it. Bring it back to the boat. Revive it, and then I can get right back on the spot. The battery game is the biggest thing with the trolling motors because we have an awesome trolling motor. If you have crappy batteries, what good is it?
This is a good sized boat, right? This is 25 feet long.
It's a heavy 25, yeah.
And you got one small battery.
One small battery holding this whole boat.
Putting you out there for multiple days.
For multiple days, yep.
Years past, you had to run 3 12-volt AGM batteries in series to power your trolling motor, weighing in at about 100 pounds, 80 to 100 pounds apiece. Give me some of the advantages of the AGM batteries and the advantages of the lithium batteries. Where do you see the benefits?
After using the solid state, there's no advantages of the old batteries. I was talking about the freshwater guys, how they have to deal with different elements. Well, the one thing that freshwater guys don't have to deal with as much as we do is corrosion. So corrosion was always an issue on, especially these Parker boats or any boat with a cabin, the sun, any hooks inside my cabin, they all rust up. So the problem I had most of the time with the 3 AGM batteries was the weight was 300 pounds. And the fact that the connection issues between the other three batteries. And a lot of times it was always a corrosion issue that that we had to deal with. And that's something the saltwater guys have to deal with all the time, was the corrosion. Now you ruled out 2 other problems right there by getting rid of 2 other batteries. So it's just positive and negative, simple. And the other thing is, once you ran those batteries down, it took a long time to charge them up. You needed a 3-bank charger. We don't need that anymore. They charge quicker. That's all we had back in the day, so that's what we had to do. If I ever had an issue, it wasn't the trolling motor, it was always my battery issue.
Picking up a couple 100 pounds in weight, going from the 3 AGM or lead acid batteries to 1 solid state battery. As a charter captain, you could fit so much more gear. You could fit another guy.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
My guys from New York, they bring everything on my boat. I'm like, did you guys leave anything home today? It's crazy. To get that extra 260 pounds off the boat, it's crazy. It's awesome. My bow is bow heavy as it is. I didn't want to never put the batteries in the back of the boat. I wanted to keep them up towards the trolling motor. It's not even comparison. I didn't want to talk about the old batteries. It brings up nightmares. I'm Captain BJ Silvia at Flippin' Out Fishing Charters. It's my 19th season. If you want to get a hold of me, you can go to Flippin' Out Charters, NewportRhode-Island.com. And my phone number is 401-529-2267. Still have some open dates for the summer. Newport's known for a sailing destination. As you can see, all these sailboats behind us. But we got some of the best fishing in the Northeast, if not the East Coast.